Have you ever found yourself in a moment so perfect that you could feel the chemistry crackling in the air? Picture this. You're spending time with an incredible woman, and while you're not officially dating, something truly special is brewing beneath the surface. But how do you elevate that connection and ensure she feels your absence when you're not around? The secret lies in the art of your words. Stoicism teaches us that our communication can significantly shape our relationships and influence how others perceive us. It's not just about what we say, it's about how we say it. When you choose your words carefully, you create a memorable impact that resonates long after you've parted ways. In this video, we'll uncover 9 powerful phrases that will make her miss you like crazy. These aren't typical pickup lines. They are heartfelt expressions of appreciation and connection that go beyond mere flattery. They speak to the core of who she is, forging a deeper bond and keeping you in her thoughts even when you're not together. So, if you're ready to master the language of attraction and keep her coming back for more, let's dive in. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights that can transform your relationships. Number 1. I was thinking about you today. Imagine this scenario. You're in the middle of a busy day, handling tasks, whether it's working on a project, hitting the gym, or maybe spending some time reflecting. In the midst of your day, her presence crosses your mind. Maybe it's a funny memory you shared together, or a conversation that left you thinking. Stoic wisdom teaches us that controlling our emotions is key, but it also reminds us to express them when appropriate, especially when doing so can strengthen a connection. Now, pause for a moment. Instead of holding back, you decide to let her know. A simple text like, "I was thinking about you today," carries more weight than you realize. It's not just about the words themselves, but the Stoic idea of intentional action. You're not reaching out for attention or validation, but because you genuinely want to acknowledge her importance in your thoughts. This subtle gesture shows her that even in your moments of solitude and independence, she holds a place in your mind. This simple action taps into her emotions. She begins to wonder what prompted your thoughts. Was it something she said, or perhaps a shared memory? Her curiosity is piqued. And this is where Stoicism comes into play. You don't chase her attention because you don't need to. You're content within yourself. The Stoic approach focuses on internal control and self-sufficiency. You let her come to you. By being emotionally grounded and not overly reactive, you naturally draw people toward you, including her. Imagine you had a light-hearted conversation with her about a shared interest, like a movie you both enjoy or an upcoming event. A few days later, while going about your business, you remember that moment. Instead of overthinking it or worrying about how she'll respond, you take the Stoic approach of direct, calm communication. You send a message. "I was thinking about our conversation today. It made me laugh." No pressure, no expectations. It's a simple acknowledgement that shows you're thinking of her, but not in a needy way. When she receives that message, she feels seen and appreciated. It's a small, thoughtful reminder that she's still on your radar, even though you've been focused on your own path. This kind of thoughtful communication lingers in her mind, and she will find herself thinking of you when you're not around. It's about making her feel valued in a subtle, almost effortless way. And that's where the power lies. By remaining calm and in control, you spark her interest and curiosity. She starts to miss you, not because you're unavailable, but because your presence is meaningful when it does appear. This approach also leaves space for her to respond and engage on her own terms. You're not overwhelming her with attention or demanding anything from her. Instead, You're showing her that you are capable of thinking deeply, reflecting, and acting with intention. All qualities that people respect and are drawn to. In essence, you're giving her something that lasts longer than a fleeting moment of conversation. You're giving her a reason to think about you, even when you're not there. So, the next time she crosses your mind, remember that a simple message, sent with thoughtfulness and without expectation, can make a powerful impact. It's not about controlling the situation or seeking attention. It's about leaving a lasting impression through calm, centered action. Number 2, I'm eager to see you again. Anticipation is a powerful force. It has the ability to make moments linger in someone's mind long after they've passed. When you tell someone, "I'm eager to see you again," it's more than just words. It's an intentional way to leave an impression, one that gently stirs anticipation. But here's where Stoic wisdom can elevate this approach. It's not just about showing excitement, it's about showing it with control and confidence, two traits that naturally make you more memorable. In Stoicism, we learn that our emotions shouldn't rule us, but they are valuable tools when managed well. When you part ways with a woman you're interested in, expressing a calm enthusiasm plants a seed in her mind, one that can grow into a sense of curiosity and longing. You're showing her that you value the connection, but you're also leaving her with space to think about you. This balance of expression and restraint is what makes her miss you. It's not neediness. It's about offering something meaningful without overwhelming her. For example, imagine wrapping up a great date. As the evening ends, instead of a generic goodbye, you look her in the eyes and say, with sincerity, "I'm really looking forward to seeing you again." This phrase, delivered with calm confidence, says more than just excitement. It subtly communicates that you appreciate the time together, but are not desperate for more. You value the moment, but are not overly attached to the outcome. A classic Stoic mindset. By leaving her with this thought, you activate a natural psychological response. She'll begin to think about when that next meeting will happen. She'll start to imagine the possibilities of what could unfold, and in that gap of uncertainty, she starts to miss you. The absence makes the heart grow fonder, and with your words, you're laying the groundwork for that to happen. However, as a Stoic, you understand that words alone are not enough. Marcus Aurelius often spoke about action being the true measure of character, and the same applies here. If you say you're eager to see her again, ensure you follow through. Plan that next meeting, keep your word, and show her that your excitement is matched by your reliability. Consistency is rare, and it's something that will set you apart in her mind. The beauty of this approach is in its simplicity and control. You're not just creating excitement for her, you're doing so while maintaining your own sense of peace and balance. You're giving her something to think about, but you're also showing her that you are steady, composed, and in control of your own emotions. This kind of calm confidence is magnetic and leaves her wanting more of it. So the next time you part ways, remember, a simple, "I'm eager to see you again," backed by action and stoic composure, can leave her thinking about you long after you're gone. It's in these moments of anticipation, mixed with your quiet confidence, that she will start to miss your presence, eagerly awaiting the next time you'll meet. Before we move on to the next point, take a moment to reflect on what we've just discussed. The power of anticipation, combined with calm confidence, can leave a lasting impression, and it's all about managing emotions with control. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to like this video and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Or simply type, "I'm in control of my emotions," to affirm your commitment to mastering your emotional responses. Now, let's dive into the next third phrase. Number 3, that makes me think of you. Have you ever wondered how a single phrase can linger in someone's mind, creating a bond that stretches beyond words? The way you communicate can leave an imprint so profound that it makes her think about you long after the conversation ends. One of the most powerful ways to make someone miss you is by linking your thoughts of her to the experiences that brighten your day. It's not about constantly being in contact. It's about those well-timed, thoughtful moments that show how much she means to you. Picture this. You're strolling through a park, and you spot a flower that reminds you of the color of her eyes. Instead of letting that thought pass by, you take a moment to send her a simple message. I saw this flower, and it made me think of you. Or maybe you're driving, and a song comes on the radio, one you know she loves. You could easily keep it to yourself, but you decide to send her a text saying, "This song reminded me of you today." These are not grand gestures, but they show something far deeper, that she is woven into your everyday moments, even when you're apart. Stoicism isn't about constant expression or chasing affection. It's about being present and thoughtful in the moments that matter. When you say things like, "That makes me think of you," you are showing her that she is a part of your life in a meaningful way. You're planting seeds of connection that grow stronger each time you reach out with a genuine thought or memory. These little messages act as reminders of how much she means to you, even without grand declarations of love. By practicing this, you are not only showing her that she holds a special place in your life, but you're also creating a shared language, an unspoken bond where simple moments carry weight. Over time, she will start associating certain things with you as well, and soon, you'll both find yourselves thinking of each other during random moments throughout the day. The flower in the park, the song on the radio, these become symbols of your connection. She'll miss those moments of recognition, and in turn, she'll miss you. This approach is rooted in the Stoic principle of mindfulness. You are making her feel valued and significant in your life, not through constant attention, but by showing her that she's never far from your thoughts. This creates an emotional depth that makes her realize how meaningful your presence is, even when you're not around. She starts to feel the weight of your absence because you've made it clear that she matters to you. And as this bond deepens, it becomes something unique, a shared history of moments that only the two of you understand. The more you can tie her to the experiences in your life, the more she will feel connected to you. This isn't about manipulation. It's about authentic connection. A Stoic understands that patience and subtlety often lead to the strongest relationships. By creating these little bridges between you and her, you build a connection that makes her miss your presence and long for those thoughtful moments you share. Ultimately, it's these small acts of thoughtfulness that create a powerful emotional bond, one that strengthens over time. She will start to see that your absence speaks as loudly as your presence, because you've shown her that she is part of your life in ways she may not have realized. And in that realization, she will miss you, not just because of what you do, but because of how you make her feel. Number 4, you truly understand me. Consider this scenario. You're with someone who truly gets you. There's no need to explain every little thing, because they can read between the lines. They pick up on your thoughts, your feelings, and the nuances of who you are without you needing to say a word. It's rare, and when you find that kind of understanding, it creates a powerful connection. But here's where most people miss an opportunity. They feel this connection, but don't acknowledge it. If you want to make a lasting impression and create a bond that keeps her thinking about you, one that lingers in her mind, you have to express it in a meaningful way. In Stoicism, relationships are built on shared understanding and recognizing the depth of another person's character while maintaining your own sense of self. The Stoics believed that true power comes from internal strength, not from needing validation. So when you look her in the eyes and say, "You truly understand me," it's not just a statement. It's an affirmation of something deeper. It's an acknowledgement that she sees the real you, and that level of recognition is both rare and valuable. Let's say you've shared a story about a difficult moment in your life. Perhaps how you remained calm under pressure, or how you handled a loss with resilience, guided by Stoic philosophy. She listens intently, offers empathy, and maybe even shares her thoughts that show she gets exactly what you're saying. In that moment, you pause, take a deep breath, and say, "You truly understand me." It's not flattery or a line to impress her. It's a genuine recognition of the bond you're building. And here's the beauty of it. When you express this kind of understanding, you're drawing her in closer without even trying to. She'll feel valued, not because you're seeking her approval, but because you've made her a part of something deeper, a shared connection that's based on mutual understanding. When you speak these words, you're doing more than complimenting her. You're elevating the relationship to a level that most people never reach. Most men focus on superficial things, trying to impress her with flashy gestures or clever lines. But Stoicism teaches us that what truly matters is the connection of the mind and spirit. When you acknowledge that she understands you, you're signaling that you appreciate more than just her looks or surface-level charm. You see her intellect, her emotional intelligence, and her ability to connect with you on a profound level. Imagine how powerful this moment becomes when you walk away. She's not just thinking about your words, she's replaying that moment of connection in her mind. It's not the grand gestures that make someone miss you, it's the moments of real understanding. The times when you made her feel like she saw something in you that no one else does. And because you're coming from a place of emotional strength and composure, it shows her that you don't need her approval to feel good about yourself. This is key to making her miss you. When you show that you value her understanding without being dependent on it, you give her a reason to keep thinking about you. In Stoic terms, you're not attaching your happiness to her reaction. You remain composed, self-sufficient, but you've opened the door to a deeper connection that goes beyond the superficial. This balance between vulnerability and emotional independence is what will make her miss you. Women are drawn to men who can express depth without losing their sense of self, and by acknowledging her understanding in such a calm, assured way, you become unforgettable. Now that we've explored the profound impact of acknowledging true understanding in a relationship, it's time to reflect. What resonates with you? Have you ever experienced a moment where someone truly understood you without needing to explain yourself? If this message hit home, share your thoughts in the comments, or simply type "See beyond surface-level charm" to let us know you're with us on this deeper journey. We love hearing from you and seeing how these Stoic insights connect with your life. With that said, let's move on to the next phrase, and welcome to what's coming next. Number 5, I adore how you... In life, what truly touches someone isn't just hearing a compliment, but feeling deeply understood. The secret to making a lasting impression on a woman is to focus on more than just surface-level flattery. Stoicism teaches us to live with intention, to be fully present in the moment, and to see beyond the obvious. When you do this in your conversations, you create a connection so genuine that she can't help but think of you even after you're gone. One of the ways to truly make her miss you is to show that you notice the unique qualities that define her as a person. Everyone can say, "You're beautiful," or "You're smart." But those compliments are fleeting. They don't linger in the mind because they don't reflect a deeper understanding of who she is. Stoicism encourages us to look beyond what's apparent and to recognize the essence of the person in front of us. This means honing in on the small, intimate details about her that others might overlook. For example, instead of giving a generic compliment, start by saying, "I adore how you," and then fill in something specific that only someone truly paying attention would notice. You might say, "I adore how you light up when you talk about your favorite book," or "I adore how your laughter is contagious, making everyone around you feel at ease." By focusing on these little details, you're showing her that you're not just another person throwing compliments her way. You're someone who genuinely sees her for who she is. This level of attention will stick with her, making her think of you long after the conversation is over. Now, think about how this aligns with Stoic principles. The Stoics emphasized living with virtue and wisdom, which includes being intentional with your words. When you compliment a woman in this way, you're practicing mindfulness. You're not just delivering empty praise, you're offering something meaningful. It's this kind of authenticity that makes an impression. The Stoics also believed in emotional self-control, and by choosing your words carefully, you're showing that you are not swayed by the superficial. Instead, you focus on what is real, substantial, and meaningful. This approach isn't about manipulating someone into missing you. It's about being true to yourself and embracing Stoic virtues of awareness, presence, and thoughtfulness. When you talk to her in this manner, you're not just making her feel good in the moment. You're creating a lasting memory that she will return to time and time again. She'll start to realize that you offer something different, something more meaningful than what she's used to. And that's when she'll begin to miss your presence in her life. By incorporating Stoic principles into the way you communicate, you're not just complimenting her. You're offering her a glimpse into a deeper, more thoughtful way of seeing the world. And it's this depth that makes you unforgettable. The next time you speak to her, think about what you truly admire and express it with intention. Before long, you'll find that she's thinking of you, wondering when she'll have the pleasure of hearing your thoughtful words again. This is how you make a lasting impression, one that lingers in her mind and heart, making her miss you when you're not there. Number 6. You're different from everyone else. When it comes to human connection, one of the most powerful desires is the need to feel unique and irreplaceable. In romantic relationships, this feeling is even more pronounced. People want to know that they stand out, that they are special in the eyes of someone they care about. Telling a woman, "You're different from everyone else," taps into this desire. But if you approach it with the mindset of Stoicism, this simple phrase can become far more profound. Stoicism teaches us to observe the world and people around us with clarity, free from illusion and distraction. When you tell her, "You're unlike anyone I've ever met," say it with an understanding that you're not just throwing out compliments. Instead, you're recognizing and appreciating her individuality with genuine awareness. The key here is sincerity. She must feel that you see her for who she truly is, not just a passing feeling or surface-level attraction. It's about connecting with her essence, the core of her being, which is what Stoicism encourages us to see in everyone we meet. For example, instead of offering vague compliments, get specific. If she has a unique way of handling stress or a creative spark that others miss, point it out. Let her know that you've noticed. You might say, I admire how calm and collected you stay, even when things get tough. I've never met anyone who handles challenges like that. By paying attention to the nuances of who she is and recognizing those qualities that others overlook, you're not just complimenting her. You're acknowledging her distinct presence in your life. And here's where the Stoic wisdom comes in. Actions speak louder than words. Don't just tell her she's unique. Show her through your behavior. This could be planning thoughtful moments that align with her interests, like taking her to places she loves, or creating experiences that reflect her passions. Or it could be as simple as listening deeply when she speaks, giving her your full attention, and responding with thoughtful insights. The way you engage with her should consistently reflect the value you place on her individuality. When you live this balance between words and actions, she'll start to feel truly appreciated. She'll begin to realize that you don't see her as just another person in your life, but someone who genuinely stands out. Over time, as you continue to treat her with respect and admiration, she'll start to miss that sense of being seen and valued for who she really is. What makes this approach even more powerful is that you're not acting out of neediness or trying to impress her. Instead, you're embracing a Stoic principle, valuing what is real and authentic. This absence of desperation sets you apart from others. While most people might try to win her over with flattery or charm, you're taking a different path, grounded in substance and respect. You're not seeking to manipulate her feelings, but to create a connection based on authenticity. And that's a rare thing. Eventually, when you step away, when you're not always available, she'll start to feel the absence of the way you view her. She'll miss the way you listen intently, the way you value her uniqueness, the way you see her for who she is. Because that kind of attention is hard to come by. And this is where the power lies. She'll begin to crave that connection, realizing that not everyone sees her the way you do. Before we dive into the next point, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you ever experienced the power of showing someone genuine appreciation for who they are? If this resonates with you, drop a comment below and share your story, or simply type, "I value authenticity," to show that you're aligned with this message. Now, let's keep the momentum going and move forward to the next key insight. Number 7, you inspire me to be my best self. Suppose you're in a moment of connection with a woman, and instead of the typical surface-level compliments, you say something that cuts through the noise, something that truly resonates. You look at her and say, "You inspire me to be my best self." Think about how powerful that statement is. It's not just a compliment, it's a reflection of her impact on your life. And here's the key. When you frame it this way, you're creating an impression that will linger in her mind long after you're gone. In Stoicism, the people we surround ourselves with should help us elevate our character. Much like how Seneca said, "Associate with people who will make you better." When you tell her she inspires you, you're tapping into a much deeper sentiment than simple attraction. You're acknowledging her role in your personal growth, something far more meaningful than any physical compliment could ever achieve. You're essentially telling her, "Being around you makes me want to rise to the challenge of becoming the best version of myself." This goes beyond charm. It speaks directly to her influence in your life, which few people have the privilege of hearing. Let's take it further. Maybe she's sparked your ambition in ways you hadn't realized before. Perhaps her courage in pursuing her own goals has motivated you to get serious about your own dreams. Or maybe her compassion and kindness inspire you to be more understanding in your own relationships and interactions with others. No matter what it is, you're making her realize that she plays a pivotal role in your journey of self-improvement. And when she hears this, she'll see that her presence goes beyond just good company. It's a catalyst for your personal growth. The Stoics believe that the highest form of friendship and connection is one that encourages personal growth and inner virtue. When you share with her that she inspires you to grow, you're not only highlighting the impact she has, but also framing your relationship as something that is rooted in mutual betterment. And here's the beauty of this. When she knows she is making you better, she'll start to feel the same drive to be around you. Why? Because being with you makes her feel valued in a way that is rare. She'll feel like she's not only appreciated for her looks or personality, but for the way she helps you evolve. This creates a bond that's not easily forgotten. When she's away from you, she'll start to miss the idea of being that important influence in your life. She'll want to come back to that feeling of being seen for her deeper qualities, the ones that make her unique and valuable to you. And that's where the Stoic lesson comes in. By valuing her for how she inspires your growth, you're building a connection that's based on something solid and lasting. Unlike fleeting relationships based on momentary excitement, this acknowledgement roots your connection in mutual respect and appreciation for each other's personal development. And when you can create that kind of deep connection, she won't just think of you when you're together. She'll think of you when you're apart. She'll miss the impact she has on you. And that's the kind of lasting impression that will keep her coming back, time and time again. Number 8, you have such a kind heart. Imagine sitting across from a woman, not merely complimenting her on how she looks or the way she's dressed. Those are fleeting things, easily forgotten. Instead, you speak words that have depth and meaning. In Stoicism, we learn that words are powerful tools, meant to communicate more than just shallow thoughts. When you tell a woman, "You have such a kind heart," you're tapping into something much more profound. You're acknowledging a part of her that goes beyond the external and speaks to the core of who she is. One of the key ideas in Stoic philosophy is that we should value what is within a person, their virtues, their inner qualities, rather than focusing on things that are subject to change, like beauty or success. Complimenting a woman on her kindness, her compassion, or her generosity shows that you see her for who she truly is, not just for the surface-level traits that fade with time. You're showing her that you recognize the goodness in her character, and that recognition can leave a lasting impression. It speaks to her inner values, the part of her that remains consistent regardless of external circumstances. Let's consider an example. She might be used to hearing compliments about her appearance or professional achievements, but when you notice how she treats others, how she gives her time or support without seeking anything in return, that's when you set yourself apart. A woman may be complimented on her looks many times, but when someone recognizes her kindness, her ability to care for others with no expectation, it resonates deeply. That's when she feels truly seen. In Stoic terms, focusing on her virtues aligns with the principle of recognizing what is eternal in a person. The way you speak to her, acknowledging her inner qualities, reflects your own understanding and awareness. This kind of compliment lingers long after the conversation has ended. She may go through her day, reflecting on your words, thinking about how they made her feel, not just appreciated, but deeply understood. And that understanding, that emotional connection, is what creates a lasting memory in her mind. When you focus on her virtues, you're planting the seeds of something more meaningful than simple admiration. She'll think of you not just as someone who noticed her, but as someone who understood her. This is how you create a space where she begins to miss your presence, as few people in her life have spoken to her in a way that touches the depths of her character. Your words, anchored in Stoic wisdom, resonate with her long after the moment has passed. They elevate the conversation beyond the surface and into something truly meaningful, which is a rare and powerful thing in today's world. Through such thoughtful communication, you build a connection that transcends the temporary and leaves her reflecting on your words, craving more of that deep, genuine interaction. In the end, it's not just what you say, but how you see her that lingers in her mind, making her miss the unique way you made her feel truly seen. Number 9, you make every moment special. Picture this. You're sitting across from her, and the conversation flows effortlessly. The atmosphere feels light, and the connection is undeniable. In that moment, you turn to her and say, "You make every moment unforgettable." It's not just a compliment. It's a reflection of how her presence changes the way you experience the world. You're not just saying she's fun to be around. You're acknowledging her unique ability to elevate even the simplest moments. This is what leaves an imprint on her mind, making her feel valued and cherished in ways that go beyond the surface. From a Stoic perspective, this kind of acknowledgement is powerful because it roots itself in the present moment, something Stoics value deeply. The idea of living in the here and now, of fully embracing what's in front of you without distractions, is key. When you tell her that she makes every moment special, you are, in a way, practicing this Stoic mindfulness. You're focusing on what matters right now, not worrying about what's out of your control or dwelling on what's next. It shows her that you value the time you spend together, which is a rare and attractive trait. But here's the twist. By doing this, you're not overplaying your hand. You're not constantly showering her with compliments or being overly attentive. Instead, you're using this recognition sparingly, making it all the more meaningful. In Stoicism, restraint is vital. Too much attention can become noise, but thoughtful, well-timed words have impact. By telling her that she makes each moment unforgettable, you're planting a memory in her mind, one that will stay with her long after the moment has passed. In a subtle yet powerful way, this acknowledgement causes her to reflect on your time together when you're apart. Because Stoicism teaches us to find peace in simplicity, you're showing her that you don't need elaborate dates or constant stimulation to make a moment meaningful. You're able to take the everyday and turn it into something extraordinary with your calm, grounded presence. This taps into her emotions in a way that makes her long for more of these experiences with you. And here's where the Stoic wisdom really kicks in. By making her feel this way, you don't need to chase her or flood her with attention. You're letting the memory of the time you shared do the work for you. She will start to miss the way you made her feel, the calm yet significant energy you brought into her life, and she'll want more of that. In her mind, the anticipation will build, and she'll find herself looking forward to the next time you can be together, to recreate those unforgettable moments. In this way, Stoicism teaches us that less can truly be more. By being present, by giving value to the small moments, and by knowing when to speak and when to hold back, you create an emotional connection that lingers in her mind. She'll miss you, not because you're trying to make her miss you, but because you've given her a genuine, meaningful experience that she won't easily find elsewhere. As we wrap up today's exploration of how to deepen your connections and make her miss you, remember that the art of communication is about more than just words. It's about intention, mindfulness, and genuine expression. By using the phrases we discussed, you're not just creating memorable moments. You're forging a deeper bond that keeps you present in her thoughts, even when you're apart. So, reflect on the power of your words and the connections you create. Share your thoughts in the comments. What resonated with you? Did any of the phrases stand out as something you'd like to try? And if you found this video valuable, please like it, share it with friends, and subscribe for more insights that can transform your relationships. Don't forget to check out the recommended videos on screen for even more tips on mastering the language of attraction and embracing Stoic wisdom in your life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.